Hey, it's Yury Experience and today we are talking about meal prepping. That's Yury Experience. Everybody likes to have some food at their home at every moment of their life. We go grocery shopping, go home, cook something, or maybe we order something and then we have that at home too. What if I tell you that there is a cost-effective way how you can have a lot of food at your place at every moment of time and you don't even have to spend a lot of time cooking it? I'm talking about meal prepping. Meal prepping helps you to have different kind of meals at your place during some period of time and usually cook it once for this period of time. I have 3 advices that can help you to start meal prepping for your everyday life, that you always have something to eat and you always don't have to waste time on cooking. The first advice is use foods or meals that can last. I think it's kinda understandable. If you buy something and it will go bad on the next day, then probably it's not a bad thing to buy in a big amount. Usually for meal prepping you would buy something in a big amount and cook it everything at once. That is why choose products that will last for a long period of time and choose meals that also can last for a long period of time. Great bad example here would be avocado. Avocado can't last for long, so if you cut it open it would be best if you eat it in the same day. That is why, although avocado is very healthy and is good for our nutrition, I do recommend to avoid buying it in a really big amount, so you literally don't have to throw half of it away. The second advice would be portionize. In my experience there are 2 ways how you can portionize your meals. First one, you portionize full meals. So you take like 10 containers and put in each one of them rice with chicken, for example. Another way would be portionizing each part of the meal. Again, example with rice and chicken, you would take 20 smaller containers and divide rice in 10 small containers and divide chicken in 10 small containers. Depending on the meal, first or second approach would be better. I personally use the second approach for meat products, so I can combine them with different kind of meals as I want. But for example, for chili con carne, it would be quite strange to take all the beans and put them in one container, then all the liquid in the different one. It just doesn't work for this kind of meal. But independent of the fact which way will you choose, I do recommend you to portionize your food in that amount that you can just take and eat and it will be enough for you. In such a way, each time when you need to prepare yourself for the day, you just take one meal and you are done. You don't need to toss something around, throw apples somewhere and stuff like that. You are ready, you are done. Take, go. Third advice would be freezing food. Especially if you live alone, it's way easier to cook once in a big amount and freeze a part of that amount. Obviously not every food and not every meal can be frozen, but to be honest with you, a freaking lot of them can. So you cook once a big amount of food, you portionize it, put in the freezer, and then in the evening prior to the day when you will actually use food, just take it out of the freezer and put it in your fridge. Next morning you're good to go, take, go. And also in such a way you will always have some food at home, because in freezer food can last for between 3 and 6 months. I personally like meal prepping. I do meal prepping a lot. I also live alone and I don't really enjoy cooking, which is why for me meal prepping is something that allows me to have more or less tasty food at every moment of time, but I don't need to waste a lot of time in cooking that. Also, since I take care of my nutrition, it also helps me a lot because I don't need to think how to combine meal. Because at the moment when I want to eat something, I don't need to think how can I combine some food and maybe waste some time and then decide, okay, I will just order something and it will be unhealthy or stuff like that. Everything is done, and if you choose right meals, they will also have a lot of nutritional value. And also I'm a big person, so I eat freaking a lot, which is why it's just easier for me to meal prep, and so I have food at home. That's all. If you enjoyed this short video, then drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I do different videos every day. Tomorrow will be a vlog video. I'm not sure about which topic exactly, but anyway, subscribe so you don't miss it. If you have any question about meal prepping or about nutrition or stuff like that, drop a comment below and I will either answer your question in a comment, or I will do a video about that, or maybe I did a video about that already, or I will read about that first, because I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. That's all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.